Hello and welcome, everyone. Tetsu here, down in the lower tiers. That doesn't sound corny at all. Oh, welcome to my first reaction-ish video. A bit of preface here. This is going to be a video looking at, basically I'm going to be reacting to a match from a tournament that's currently going on right now. This is one of the first rounds, in fact the very first match between 5 Dots and C Zim. Or just Zim, I don't know if the C is silent. Anyway, sorry if I butcher your name. At any rate, so basically a little while ago, just for a little context, I got a video from a friend from Big Yellow, and it was talking about bug Pokemon, and I fell in love with it, and then I subscribed to Big Yellow's channel. I will have a link in the description for that, because maybe you like fighting videos, maybe you like RBY Pokemon videos, who knows, but And at any rate, what was kind of funny though is not too long after, he ended up posting a video for 7U, which is what which this battle is from. 7U is actually the lowest of the lower tiers in the Pokemon Perfect tiering list, and it's, as far as I'm aware, it's not technically an official tier. It's more of a just something the community created, and as far as I'm aware, fun fact, I actually wasn't aware Pokemon Perfect even existed until I watched that video. Well, the bug video, not so much the 7, whatever. Basically, I don't really understand a lot about this. I don't know what this tier is. I have literally no idea. But after watching his video, I got very interested, and I ended up looking it up on the RBY Discord. And during my time there, I ended up meeting a lot of people, and somebody was talking about trying to, give exposition for the tier, to get it, more people interested. And I figured, you know what? Sure, I don't know anything about this tier, so maybe people would, be happy to get, like, an outsider's perspective. Hopefully I can actually play in the next tournament. But for right now, I'm a learner. Like I said, I know nothing about the tier except what I watched during Big Yellow's video on it. And I'm going to be referencing that a lot here. So, the first things first, I'm going to just press play, and we're going to watch, like I said, 5 Dots and C Zim's matches. It's going to be, hopefully, a lot of interesting things. Okay, so, play. Okay, so 5 Dots sends out Charmeleon, and C Zim sends out Clefairy. Now, this is probably the oddest thing, I'll admit. From what I remember of Big Yellow's video, Clefairy was actually a really low tier Pokemon in the meta, and it's supposedly just a utility mon. Charmeleon is actually, again, from that video, supposed to be a decent lead. So I find this kind of interesting to see Clefairy. I'm assuming it's going to use a Thunder Wave. Yeah, there we go. Charmeleon tried to use Fire Spin. It unfortunately is not very accurate, so it's not going to do much in that regard. Oh, Fire Blast coming out. Bubble Beam on Clefairy, which doesn't do too much damage. Ooh, but Tentacle coming out. That's good. That's good. Now, I did have this on slow, so I can actually keep up, and 5 Dots brings out their Tentacle. And going for a rap battle, which is quite interesting. Slinging out those mad beats. Okay. Oh, right. So, for anyone who isn't sure what just happened, in Gen 1, wrap moves or trapping moves don't really work the same way as they do now, where they keep you from basically switching your Pokemon unless there's like specific things. Like I believe ghost types can't be trapped in that manner, and I believe there's like an item or two that actually prevent that. And I think switch moves bypassed it as well. But regardless, in Gen 1, wrap, bind, clamp, and fire spin, and I'm assuming this is what 5 Dots was going to attempt. Basically what happens is if you're able to outspeed your opponent and wrap them, you can basically either just keep hitting them, or you can actually switch out for a new Pokemon. And if your opponent does not switch, you get basically a free switch in. Now, if your opponent switches when you do, like they happen to guess correctly when you're going to switch, that doesn't occur, obviously, because you both switched. But it's an interesting form of play, and it's something you see quite a bit in UU, from what I understand. I honestly play OU quite a bit, and I mean, the most ideal with wrap in that tier is either Pinsir or Victory Bell. But enough about that. So, Sazim's bringing back Clefairy, and this is interesting. Clefairy is actually quite slow. So, the fact that he switched it in, I'm assuming this thing has like Thunderbolt. Or maybe he's switching around to get to wear down Tentacle's wrap power points. Oh, Hitmonchan coming out with the agility as Sazim switches to Golbat. Goes for a body slam, and it is paralyzed. Does it? Okay, goes for a Confuse Ray. Okay, fair enough. That is pretty darn good, though. Oh, goes for another body slam with Ivysaur coming out. Charmeleon. Another body slam coming from Ivysaur. Is it going to switch? Yes, going to the Tentacool. Oh, and Charmeleon is paralyzed. Okay, that's rather unfortunate. Okay, Tentacool going with the Hydro Pump, which probably would have taken Char out if I had to take a guess. Okay, another Rat Battle. Switching out to Rhyhorn. Okay, that's interesting. So we know 4 of 5 Dots Pokemon and 5 of Sazim's. Now, fun fact, for 7U, at least from what I gathered from Big Yellow's video, Meowth is the number 1 Pokemon in the tier. It's incredibly powerful, mainly due to Stab Slash. It's also got excellent coverage as well. So, that is going to be the Pokemon that they're going to want to set up, or at least do enough damage to where Meowth can hopefully get some... Okay, that Meowth coming in for a wrap. Let's see. Now, Meowth is faster than Tentacool, so unless 5 Dots switches, it was just going to be outpaced. Here comes Golbat with 5 Dots sending in Ivysaur. It tries to sleep, but Golbat is already paralyzed. It's going for a Swords Dance. That's interesting. And Confuse Ray, that's actually kind of bad, considering. Okay, Golbat. Oh, Charmeleon now. Yeah. Hilariously enough, for anyone who goes by the type chart, you might be a bit confused. Charmeleon's a fire type, Tentacle's a water type. Why did he switch out? Well, it's because Charmeleon is actually faster than Tentacool. I think Tentacool's speed is 70? Base 70? With Charmeleon having a base 80. So that slash would have no doubt taken it out. But 5 Dots goes with a Rhyhorn. And, Fire Blast coming out. And no burn. But that Earthquake. Ooh, that Earthquake. But, huh? well, I suppose Fire Blast isn't a guarantee hit, so I suppose that would be a reason. So he's going to sack Clefairy to bring Tentacle in. Oh, here comes Surf, alright. Tentacle took it, but it's not doing too hot, but it does manage to win the speed tie, and it's starting to go for its own rendition of Rap. 2 turns. Okay, Meowth switching in. And Meowth switching in as well for 5 dots. That's actually pretty cool. That's painful. That is freaking painful. But both Meowths are in a... Oh, and 5 dots wins the speed tie! So Shazam's Meowth goes down. That is pretty darn massive, actually. Here comes the Ivysaur with the Body Slam. Charmeleon is going to bite the dust. So it's 5-4 right now. Okay. Yeah, Tentacle, I'm pretty sure outspeeds Ivysaur, so that's the reason for that switch. Oh, and we got a down Tentacle. Shazam's doing pretty well, and unfortunately Tentacle is not a match for Meowth. Base 90 speed, Meowth is going to basically beat the crap out of it every single time. Hyper Beam! Oh, must recharge! That is good. Very well played. Very good play by 5 dots. That was actually very good. Ivysaur is coming in. Yeah, there goes Rhyhorn. Gonna sack that and bring in his Ivysaur. Okay. Alright. Broke the speed tie. Was able to do the sleep powder. And now Ivysaur is gonna set up, I'm assuming. Oh, it's going for the body. 2%. Goes for the... Oh, critical hit! Ivysaur is down. Now it's 2-on-3, but Tentacle is not looking good. So Shazam decides it's just going to sack it to get in a far healthier Mon. Charmeleon coming in. That's a bit interesting, I'll admit. You would figure he'd just bring an Ivysaur. It's already asleep, and you need to burn the sleep turns anyway, but... Yeah, this is looking like 5 dots win. Yeah. Shazam decided to forfeit, and that's the first battle. Congratulations, 5 dots, for that victory. Two Pokemon to 1, though. That was wild. Yeah, that actually was wild. Alright, so what did we learn from this first battle? Tentacle is good for switching, if you wind up actually hitting it. Meowth does a ton of damage. Ivysaur is the Resonant Sleeper. Now, most of that I got from Big Yellow's video. The interesting switch-in with Rhyhorn into Golbat for Hyper Beam, that's a very interesting tactic. I've seen it done with Rhydon and OU. So, I mean, it's not really that big of a surprise. But that was definitely a good read. It might not have been completely intentional, but they made a good prediction, and it ended up paying off for them. Yeah, that was actually a good match. So, once I get the next one up, we can go from there. See you in a second. Alright, here we are back again for the second match. First battle went to 5 dots, so of a best of 3, 5 dots is currently in the lead. And Shazam is going to need to do quite a bit to try to come back. But it's still possible. Let's see what we got. Let me go ahead and turn the music off, because that is loud. And let us play. What do we got here? Okay, Tentacle coming from 5 dots with Charmeleon. Whoa. Charmeleon coming in for Shazam. But instead of switching out, such as Shazam did... Shazam? Yeah. No, he started with Clef, didn't he? Okay. I just watched it like a few seconds ago, and I'm already forgetting. So... Tentacle came out as the lead for 5 dots, and Charmeleon came as the lead for Shazam. He goes for the slash, and Tentacle takes a large point of damage. Let's reset that. I'm gonna press play again. How much does that do? It's down. It's nearly half its health. That is painful. Tentacle is not exactly tanky by any stretch of the imagination, but that is painful. But let's see what 5 Dots winds up doing. Okay, he's going for the wrap. And Shazam is oh, and the wrap misses! Okay, 5 Dots is going to switch into Ivysaur. Meowth goes for the body slam, and it gets it. It gets the paralysis. Okay, here comes Voltorb. Sleep on the Voltorb. Good call. And switch into Charmeleon. Ivysaur is paralyzed. 5 Dots is going to switch to Rhyhorn. And Charmeleon goes for the slash. Gets the crit, which, I mean, it's slash. Okay, Ivysaur coming out. And substitute for the Rhyhorn. There goes a Razor Leaf, though, with an Earthquake. Switch out to Ivysaur. Body slam for the Ivysaur. From the Ivysaur, Shazam's Ivysaur. And a body slam for... Okay, that was good. That was actually really good. I really wish I would have done a slowdown for this one. This is actually a bit chaotic compared to the last one. Okay, so switching from Ivysaur, his Ivysaur, into Charmeleon. It got body slammed and now it's paralyzed. Ivysaur from 5 Dots is now into Rhyhorn, and that's painful. Okay. Fire Blast, another Earthquake onto Shazam's Ivysaur. It's now in the red. 5 Dots is bringing their Ivysaur, who is paralyzed, in, and it's going to tank a body slam. 2 body slams. Oh, and it gets the crit! 5 Dots has lost its Ivysaur, and I'm saying that quite a bit. Okay, and here comes Meowth. Switch out into Voltorb. That's pretty decent, I guess. That's interesting. Okay, so 5 Dots switches to Rhyhorn, although Voltorb is asleep. I'm assuming they didn't want to risk switching in Rhyhorn later, or keeping Meowth in to where they had to switch something in. So that's interesting. Oh, it's setting up the substitute while Shazam's Voltorb is trying to work off the sleep turns. But sleep in Gen 1 is incredibly powerful. It lasts from 1 to 7 turns. And once you wake up, you can't do anything. So, yeah, that's pretty powerful. Shazam sends in their Ivysaur, and to Razor Leaf the Rhyhorn, and Ivysaur is going to go down. There we go. Now that Rhyhorn, I don't believe is going to be able to substitute again. Here comes Meowth with the slash, takes down Rhyhorn. Hitmonchan coming in, and Beedrill makes its appearance. Hilariously enough, Beedrill is actually a pretty decent Pokemon within 7U. It uses a double dance set. It's, according to Big Yellow, it's the premier setup sweeper. So this is certainly interesting. 5 Dots Hitmonchan is going to go in for a body slam. It does a good amount, and it paralyzes Beedrill. This is bad for... Ouch. Okay, Beedrill is gone. But Charmeleon did take quite a bit of damage. So here comes Meowth. Charmeleon is going to go down for 5 Dots. Here comes Hitmonchan again. In comes Shazam's Tentacool, which is going to tank that submission pretty well. Here comes 5 Dots Tentacool to take the Surf. Here comes Meowth. Oh, and the wrap is missed. 5 Dots Tentacool goes down. And in comes Hitmonchan once again. Here comes Body Slam. Does a decent chunk. Hitmonchan is going to go for the agility. Shazam's Charmeleon is paralyzed. That is big. That means Hitmonchan is going to go in with a decent amount of health. Here comes another Body Slam. Another paralysis! And Hitmonchan gets the KO. 5 Dots is currently tied with 2 Pokemon to 2 Pokemon. Here comes Tentacool. Oh! Are you kidding me? Crap. What turn was that? Crumbs. Dang it all. Let me see. Sorry about this, folks. Okay, there's Charmeleon. Here comes the Hitmonchan. Here goes Tentacool. Okay. Meowth. Okay, it misses the wrap. Meowth comes in, hits the Tentacool, takes it out. Here comes the Hitmonchan. Here comes Charmeleon. Hitmonchan goes in for Body Slam, and then goes for Agility. Charmeleon's paralyzed once, gets hit by another Body Slam, and then paralyzed again. That is, well, very, very unlucky for Shazam's part, but pretty par of the course for... here's what I was talking about. Not only does Hitmonchan does not have very good special. I'm pretty sure it's like something like 35 or something. And worse than that, it takes a massive chunk. But without that, it actually would have been okay for the most part. This Hitmonchan has been frozen. Which in Gen 1, unless you get hit by a fire move, you're not... It's basically just a KO. It's just basically just a KO at this point. So, yeah, Hitmonchan is frozen, and Tentacool is just going to take it out. But Meowth is coming in relatively healthy. Well, actually, full health. And now it is a battle of speed ties. And we need... and 5 Dots gets it. He wins the final speed tie, making 5 Dots the winner. Congratulations to both players. Those were some good battles, and let's see, what have we learned from this battle? One, I probably need to work on my commentary. Would probably be a good place to start. The starting Pokemon were actually kind of interesting, because in the first battle, if you remember, which I may or may not remember completely correctly, was Charmeleon, 5 Dots Charmeleon, and Shazam using Clefairy. And that was actually pretty interesting. Clefairy using the Thunder Wave tech, which, I mean, it's a utility mon. It's pretty good with that. This go around, it was Tentacool versus Charmeleon, and Tentacool took quite a beating. I'm actually the wrap idea actually makes a lot of sense, because there was no guarantee that Charmeleon would have stayed in. So 5 Dots was most likely trying to get a bead on whoever came in, and then they could switch to something else to counteract it, to get a free switch in. That's actually very smart, and I think they were probably surprised that Shazam stayed in with Charmeleon, which, considering how that plays out normally, you would think that actually isn't a bad move, considering you're probably not thinking the first move your opponent's going to use is just going to attack, because it did nearly more than half of Tentacool's damage. But Tentacool would have probably 2-hit KO'd Charmeleon. So the fact that he attacked at all is probably surprising for both players. Probably were not expecting it, to be 100% fair. Maybe they both expected their opponents to switch, but I think I've rambled on too much. This has been very insightful, and I'm actually looking forward to more. And hopefully this, gets people interested in the tier, because honestly, it's a pretty fast metagame so far. I mean, watching Big Yellow's video, which, sorry if I keep bringing that up, but I mean, again, well, now it was my first frame of reference at this point. It didn't sound nearly as fast paced as it does in what we just watched. So that's definitely very interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to see what else we wind up getting into. And yeah, with all that said, I hope you have enjoyed this delve down into the lower tiers of RBY. It's really the only generation I know okay-ish stuff about as far as competitive goes, but this is definitely out of my field of depth for the most part. This is definitely not OU. The power levels are pretty low, but the battles are still quite fierce. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like, subscribe, join the RBY Discord. If you want to play 7U, come and join. I mean, yeah, that's basically the whole reason of this. At any rate, later everybody. Bye!